In this morning's New Zealand Herald headlines, Air New Zealand staff are sacked after bypassing customs queue, Hurricane Milton closes in on Florida, and why police are cutting more than 100 jobs. Atamarie, I'm Sherry Kinnear. It's Thursday, the 10th of October. An Air New Zealand staff member's been sacked after using their swipe card to bypass the customs queue. Jordan Antonio Rooney was heading on holiday and used her airport security card to get around the normal departure process as she and her aunt were running late. She argued it was a mistake for which she felt a lot of shame, but has failed to prove her dismissal was unjustified. In world news, the outer bands of Hurricane Milton are already causing issues in Florida with destructive winds and some tornadoes. The hurricane's expected to hit later this evening, our time, overnight in the state. The core of the storm is tracking to pass over west central Florida. Storm surges of 3 to 4.5 metres are possible, alongside destructive winds and flash flooding. US President Joe Biden's thanked everyone who has evacuated and says he understands it's hard to leave behind your homes.
If you're under evacuation orders, you should evacuate now. You should have already evacuated. It's a matter of life and death, and that's not hyperbole. It's a matter of life and death.
Back here, the retail sector's crossing its fingers the OCR cut will inject life into the sector. The Reserve Bank has cut the OCR by 50 basis points from 5.25 to 4.75%. It's in response to subdued economic activity with weak business investment and consumer spending. Retail NZ Chief Executive Caroline Young says some of their members are reporting September sales similar to COVID times. She says many consumers will be fixing their mortgages on these lower rates. Tensions are set to rise around the Wellington City Council table today. A plot to block the sale of the council's 34% stake in the Wellington Airport shares is set to be voted on this afternoon. A group of councillors which now wants to keep the shares has put through a notice of motion to stop officials working on plans for the sale. Up to $600 million may be needed to be cut from the council's 10-year budget without the sale. And the police are cutting almost 118 corporate staff to meet the government's cost-saving measures. They'll also disestablish 135 vacant positions. At the same time, 80 new positions will be created, which will create a net reduction of 173. It's estimated the move will save police $51.6 million over the next 4 years. And those are the latest New Zealand Herald headlines. For more news worth knowing, head to nzherald.co.nz. Kia pai te rā. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. To stay up to date with all the latest New Zealand Herald news, click the subscribe button below or check out one of these videos. And head over to nzherald.co.nz for more news worth knowing.